To determine what size mace you need, you will need to determine why you want to use the mace. So here I have a selection of maces, all different reasons for why you may want to use that one. I'll go through each, and then you make the decision for yourself on which mace is best for you, and I'll give my suggestions along the way. So we'll start with the 30-pound mace. This is pretty heavy. You may have used 30-pound dumbbells before. This is going to feel a lot heavier because that weight is at the end of the long handle. So this is going to be for building strength. This I would recommend if you've used maces before, or if you're just a super strong individual. Even still, I would practice a lighter weight first and then graduate up to the 30-pound mace, but this is going to be very good for building strength and endurance with that strength. The 10-pound mace is going to be what I recommend for nearly everyone. This one, you can still build strength. It's going to help you learn how to use the mace properly at a lighter weight so that you can eventually graduate to those heavier maces. It's a good starting weight for most people because the handle is a little bit longer than some of the shorter ones. It's going to be good for almost every movement that you're going to need to learn. The only person that this may not work well for is someone who's shorter and very new to exercise, and for that, you can go with the smaller weights still. So this is a 5-pound mace. You can also find 7-pound maces, which are good. The handle is a little bit shorter, so somebody taller, like myself, I'm about 6 feet tall. This one doesn't quite allow me to extend all the way as much as the 10-pound mace does. So if you're shorter than myself, this may be helpful for you. This is also good for learning movements that are more complex. So for single-handed movements or movements that you want to learn with the 10-pound mace for maybe some steel mace flowing, the lighter mace is good to kind of go through those movements, a little bit less weight, less resistance, a little less risk. So that may be where the lighter mace comes into your arsenal. Lastly, we have a steel mace sword. This is what we call here around this gym the fitness jewelry. This one is not nearly as versatile as our other maces. This one is almost purely for fun. Looks awesome, super fun to have. I would recommend one of these other maces as your first mace, and then once you get comfortable with mace movements, then you can come up to the fun maces that are just cool to have. So, based off of that, decide which mace is best for you. There are maces in between here. They range all the way from 5 up to super heavy, and then there's those increments in between. Find which one's best for you. I personally recommend you start with a 10. I think that's the best weight for being light, but also heavy enough that you can still get those benefits of strength and endurance, and then graduate up to heavier maces.